The Hume Highway, a long stretch of road connecting Sydney to Melbourne, known for its quiet nights, heavy fog, and one story that no driver forgets. It was a cold winter evening in 2017. A truck driver named Mitch Carter was heading south along the Hume Highway, just past Goober. He'd been on the road for 8 hours straight, carrying timber down to Albury. The air outside was freezing, fog thick enough to blur the white lines on the asphalt. Mitch's radio was off. Only the hum of the engine filled the silence. He took a sip of coffee from his metal mug and checked the clock. 12:46 a.m. Almost there, he thought. Just 2 more hours. Then, through the haze of his headlights, he saw someone standing on the shoulder of the highway. At first, he thought it was just another hitchhiker, maybe a backpacker caught out too late. But as he got closer, something didn't feel right. The person wasn't moving. They were facing the woods, completely still, and they were wearing a blue jacket, a deep navy blue, reflective under the lights like something new. Mitch slowed down a little, instinct more than curiosity. As his truck rolled past the figure, he glanced through the passenger mirror. The person turned, not quickly, almost like in slow motion. He could barely see the face, just a pale blur under the hood. But what he did see made his chest tighten. There was something off about the way the figure moved. The arms didn't swing naturally. The head tilted too far, almost unnaturally sideways. Then Mitch blinked, and the figure was gone. Just gone. No one on the road. No shadow. No movement behind him. He gripped the wheel tighter, his heart thudding against his ribs. "Did I just imagine that?" he muttered, eyes fixed on the road ahead. He turned the radio on, just to fill the silence. Static. He switched channels only to hear faint, muffled voices. Not a broadcast, more like whispering, male voices, echoing faintly. Then a click, silence again. The fog grew thicker, and suddenly, headlights appeared behind him. 2 bright lights, close and fast. He moved to the left lane, expecting the car to overtake, but it didn't. It stayed right behind him, perfectly centered, for nearly 5 minutes. Then, it vanished. No turnoff, no brake lights, just gone like it had never been there. That was the moment Mitch realized he wasn't the only one on the Hume Highway that night. The fog didn't lift for another half hour. By the time Mitch reached the next roadhouse, his hands were shaking. He parked under the fluorescent lights and stepped out, boots crunching on wet gravel. Inside, the cafe was nearly empty. A woman behind the counter looked up. "You okay, love? You look like you've seen a ghost." He managed a dry laugh. "Maybe I have." Mitch told her what he'd seen: the man in the blue jacket, the whispering radio, the headlights that vanished. The woman's smile faded. She slowly set her coffee pot down. "You said blue jacket?" He nodded. "You should talk to the officer who stops here sometimes. A bloke in a blue jacket. He died out there years ago." Mitch froze. "What do you mean?" She pointed toward the window, to the fog outside. "Accident, December 2009. Young mechanic from Goober. His truck flipped after he tried to help a stranded driver. They never found the other car." A chill ran through Mitch's spine. He left without finishing his coffee. When he reached Albury at dawn, Mitch called the local police station. He needed to know. The officer on duty listened carefully, then asked, "Where exactly did you see him?" Mitch gave the kilometer mark. There was a pause. "That's the same spot," the officer said quietly. "We still get calls about a man in a blue jacket waving people down every few months." Mitch asked if anyone had checked it. "We did," the officer replied. "There's no one there. Always the same story. Driver sees him, slows down, looks again, and he's gone." Then came the part Mitch never forgot. "You said he was facing the woods." "Yes." "Funny," the officer murmured. "That crash in 2009. The driver he tried to help ran into those woods. Never found? Some people say the man in the jacket's still looking for him." Static filled the phone line. Mitch hung up and stared out the motel window at the quiet morning road. For the rest of his life, he refused to drive that section of highway at night. Weeks later, a dashcam video surfaced online. posted by another trucker, titled Blue Jacket Man, Hume Highway Ghost. The clip showed the foggy shoulder of the road, and for less than a second, a dark figure turning toward the lights. The comments exploded. I saw him to near Goulburn. Could be a reflection. Police confirmed no one out there. The video went viral, but no one could explain it. Some believed it was a ghost replaying his last moment. Others thought it was a lost hiker caught in fog. But those who'd seen it in person, like Mitch, knew better. Every winter, the fog thickens on the Hume Highway, and sometimes drivers swear they see a blue jacket glint in their headlights just before it disappears. If you ever find yourself on the Hume Highway after midnight, and you see someone standing by the road in a blue jacket, don't stop. Just keep driving.